Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cashback. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of Season 2 here at Fulham. We're out of the transfer window now. We haven't had the best of starts to the season. A win against Derby, good. Defeats, however, against Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool do, though, top the table at this stage, and Everton are sat in 8th, having won 2 and lost 2. Chelsea still in the bottom 4, with 2 draws and 2 defeats from their opening 2 games. Not sure what's going on there. We have a game in hand on a few people, so if we can win our game in hand, we could go up into the top half, hopefully. It's against Huddersfield, as you can see, who are 9th, so fingers crossed we can do well. We shall also play the next game in the month, which is Stoke, newly promoted Stoke, of course, and hopefully after that we can get results in tomorrow's episode against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, Wolves and Palace. But after the 2 games against Huddersfield and Stoke, we'll have the traditional post-transfer window squad report, because a number of players have actually grown quite nicely. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on the pitch, but off the pitch, players are growing really well. So drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more, and hopefully we can get back-to-back wins here and just rocket ourselves all the way up the table. Versal in goal for Huddersfield. The right back, Schindler, Jurgensen and Durm. That's the similar back four to last season. Moy and Hogg holding, again, similar to last season. Sanchez, Pereiro and Sobi as the 3 behind Mounier. I think Pereiro might be a new signing, but outside of that, the rest of the team is pretty much as we saw it last season. We did win against Huddersfield, I believe, last season. Regardless of what happened last year, I want to win this season, so we'll try and do it. Sessegnon, inside to Seri. Catrone's there, and Gieser in support. Well, the best of passes, but we'll get it to Kearney. He'll get it to Catrone, get it out of his feet and shoot! Ooh. A few inches wide. Kind of scuffed it a little bit. If he'd have hit that cleaner, well, he probably would have hit the defender rather than... well, it might have been on target, but it probably would have hit the defender rather than causing the keeper some problems. But still, regardless, chance number 1. Ah, that's a poor pass from Seri. Needed to be a little bit more powerful than that. Could have sent Ryan Sessegnon in behind Pereiro. Fouled by Seri. Schindler fires that forward from the free kick, and Gieser wins the header. Seri helps it on its way. Let's go back to Jean-Michel Seri. Picked up a yellow card for that foul a moment ago. Frustratingly, even though it's early doors. Shouldn't get sent off though, I don't think. Catrone, early shot with the left foot this time. This one on target, but saved by Lursel. Ryan, down the line for Sessegnon. Lovely ball. Schürrle is arriving at the back post. I'll try and pick out the man in the middle though. And Seri's arriving. Oh, what a finish! Jean-Michel Seri! The cross was initially intended to go to Catrone in the middle. He's picked out Jean-Michel Seri on the edge of the box there, Ryan Sessegnon. And with a first-time left-footed volley, somehow gotten the ball's gone across the defender and he's missed the ball. Surely Hogg should have gotten to that. He hasn't. He's missed the ball completely. And Jean-Michel Seri with a wonderful left-footed volley. We're in front. Love that goal. Moy. Nice tackle by Seri. Quickly forward to Catrone. Lovely first touch. Brilliant first touch from Patrick Catrone. We're in here. I'm going to try and sell the defender and then bend it into the far top corner. Good save by Lursel. Knock this down to a teammate. We could still get a goal. I wasn't sure what was going on there. He's giving a free kick on the edge of the box. I'm not entirely too sure what for. No, I reckon Kenny can get this up and down, you know. Oh, at last! Time and time and time again in this series, we've tried to score a free kick with Tom Kearney. He's come oh so close on loads of occasions. I think crucially, he has the finessed free kick trait. And that means from situations like that where it's very close, he can get it up and down. A lovely technique. And at last, he has himself a goal. Superb free kick. If the wall jumps, they block it to be fair. But still, superb free kick. 2-0 Fulham. Pereiro. Forward there to Mounier. Into Pereiro. Oh. Well, that was a great finish. Huddersfield fire back pretty sharpish. They were only 2 goals behind for about 4 minutes. Nice little 1-2. And then just cracked it through the defender's legs, frustratingly. Well, look from this replay. Was it definitely through his legs? No, it wasn't actually. It looked it from the other replay, but used him as a marker, really. Bent it past him and the goalkeeper briefly unsighted, but enough so that he couldn't get an eye on where the ball was going, although even if he had been able to get an eye on it, I'm not sure he would have gotten there. With 10 minutes to go till half-time, it's now 2-1 as Ramadan Sobhi comes forward down the left-hand side for Huddersfield, and they look for an equaliser immediately. Let's see if they can get it. Mounier inside. No, Christie out-muscled. Oh, it registers my earlier pass, even after the stumble. That could have been awkward. Durham. That's tackled by Christie. Keep that in. Schürrle. Oh, was meant to go to you. Why has he hopped over it there, Tom Kearney? That could have left me in all sorts of trouble. That pass has left me in all sorts of trouble. Mounier. Salvi Sanchez back to Pereiro. He's got the option out wide. He's going to use it. And he's inside here. Ramadan Sobhi. Thankfully, Rossi's positioning was on point. Otherwise, I might have found myself conceding another goal. No, it's not supposed to go there. It was supposed to go to Seri. Oh, thankfully, he's kicked it straight at me. Otherwise, I'd have been in real trouble. Stendera off the bench to Salvi Sanchez. Back there to Hogg. And Gisa using his strength to his advantage there. And Andre Sola will run forward. Play the ball through the gap. It will reach Catrona here. The keeper's come. Oh, committed to the lob shot. And Lursel gets back to his feet to punch it away as well. That would have extended the lead back out to 2 goals and certainly put us in the driving seat for the victory. Kearney's won it back. Fire that through. Looking for Catrona. Good hold-up play. Good strength shown by him there. Unfortunately, Seri can't show the same. Sessegnon. Forward to Catrona. I will turn back and look for support. There's Seri. And Gisa. Quick 1-2. Go back to him actually and then go forward here to Kearney. There's Catrona. He's making the run there, Seri. Played it into him and he's in the box. Somisal Seri. Good save by Lursel. Will it stay out? Yes, it will. And Kearney with the overhead kick. Side netting only. Would have been one hell of a finish if he would have turned it home from such a narrow angle. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Still 2-1 as they make a change. Forward into Stendera. Thought about dropping the shoulder on me. Didn't in the end. Lee Jae-sung has gotten away from Tom Kearney. Set to Ramadan Sobhi. Into Mounier. Somehow squeezed it in that near post. With 5 minutes to go, Huddersfield draw level. I think we might only be taking a point here. A 2-0 lead has disintegrated right in front of our eyes. Ryan into Rafael Leao, who's just come on. Tom Kearney. Through there to Jedson Fernandez. Through there to Rafael Leao. Bang! Oh, off the bar. So close. That would have been the game. That would certainly have won it for us. Have got on its way. Jedson Fernandez is there. I'll try and get it to Rafael Leao again if I can. He's played it short there to Tom Kearney, who will get to the ball. Come on, please. I just need one more chance. Rafael Leao! There it is! The third! Oh, he's off the bench to make the impact. He sent me a message midweek saying I want to play. I brought him on for the last 5 minutes. He's hit the bar and then scored. Well done, sir. Rafael Leao rescues all 3 points. Rafael to the rescue. It was practically the last kick of the game from Rafael Leao. Without tooting my own horn too much, a managerial masterstroke with regards to the tactics there. Training not far away from getting his own goal once or twice. We dominated the game, at least chance creation wise. And to be fair, I felt pretty dominant throughout the majority of the game anyway, but Huddersfield fought themselves back level, but unfortunately couldn't see it out. 3 points. Pushed all the way, but 3 points. And up next for us is, I think, we're away from... Oh, Dennis Adoy's transfer talks are broken down. Rui Fonte wants to move on. To be fair, I was going to move Rui Fonte on to bring in Luciano Vieto, so I'm not too fussed about that. We will do that in January if we can, or maybe even I'll use Rui Fonte as part of the deal to try and bring Vieto in. We'll wait and see. But for now, we're going to head towards that game against Stoke and see if we can't further improve our league position. Just before we get to that game, we had an offer of 1.2 million for Tim Ream from Bolton, which I'm just going to accept straight off the bat. We are up to 11th thanks to that victory against Huddersfield, which is where we finished last season. But we're only 4 points off top. So despite a rocky start with 2 defeats in the opening 3, we could still be having a decent start to the season. But we shall play Stoke next, and hopefully that decent start to the season can get even better. Right, Stoke starting lineup. Butland in goal still. Bauer, Sweeney, Martin Zindi and Wu Chan Yang, Mbula and Jeff Cameron at CDM. Redmond, Bojan and Choupo-Moting sat behind Mambaram Diouf. It's a relatively familiar Stoke side. A couple of new players in. Obviously, Redmond is a player we're familiar with. But the right back, Bauer, and the centre-back Sweeney aren't necessarily players that we associate with Stoke. Of course, they are Shaqiri-less after his sale to Liverpool. And we put that transfer through in this save before we started. So we'll wait and see. They got relegated in real life, but shot straight back up here in the first season on this career mode after we updated the league standings. Let's see if they were worthy of that promotion. And if they're a team that could perhaps have a decent season back in the Premier League at the first time of asking in this save. And Gisa in there to Sessegnon. Nicely done. We'll look for Catrone again. Hold the defender off and finish! That's why he's starting ahead of Rafael Leao. Both Catrone and Leao scoring goals whenever they're on the pitch. But Catrone is the one that has the nod for the start at present. And he's continuing to get on the score sheet. 1-0 Fulham. Choupo-Moting. Turns well. Back to Jeff Cameron. Choupo-Moting. Youth. Bojan. Oh, it's a nice drop of the shoulder. Bojan into Diouf and off the post. Very nearly a well-worked Stoke equaliser. Not long after we scored our goal. Huddersfield fired back immediately after we scored our second and ended up almost costing us the result, considering they then went on to score one more. Got to be more vigilant whenever we score to not immediately concede and let the opposition straight back into the game. Sessegnon will turn there, get it down the line to Joe Bryant, who will cross it in, and Kenny's arriving, but he can't quite get there. We'll let that go for the throw. Don't touch it. I've told him to leave it, and he's chested it out for their throw. Brilliant. Redmond. Nice drop of the shoulder. Back into Cameron. Cross there to Redmond. Bula. Nice tackle by Brian. Right, counter-attack. In there to Anguissa. Weirdly, my furthest forward of my three midfielders. I just need to time the pass right to Catrone, and he's in. And he's onside here. Catrone for two. Good save by Jack Butland. Get to that, please, Ryan Sessegnon. He's done so, and done so well. Shakes off Redmond, but Redmond gets back to make the block, and Bruno Martins Indy will just smack it clear. Ryan's throw into Seri. We'll go across here, bypass Anguissa initially, to then play it back to him. Catrone, can't get away from Sweeney, but Seri's in the box. Jean-Michel Seri, good save by Butland again. For a second time, only able to parry it, but this time parries it to a teammate rather than out for a throw to the opposition. Although actually, technically, they got the throw last time. Redmond inside there to Bojan. In the corner to Mambaram Diouf. Wide to Nathan Redmond. Thought he was going to turn inside. He didn't. He's gone for the run around the outside. Little back heel to Bojan. Lovely first touch. Please tell me Mambaram Diouf was offside. Fires it into the top corner. But he was the wrong side as far as he was concerned. The right side as far as I was concerned of the defensive line when the ball was played. We currently have a clean sheet. We conceded 4 against Liverpool, 2 against Huddersfield. And we've also conceded 2 in our previous games as well so far this season. We actually have, at this stage, the worst defensive record in the league, with 10 goals conceded so far this season. But as we had the ball in the back of the net of our own end previously, offside, we've gone and put it in at the other end, and it counts. 2-0 Fulham. Bruno Martins Indies handed that straight to Catrone. Switch that in there to Seri. Oh, he skipped past that challenge. Jean-Michel Seri still going. Jean-Michel Seri, good save Butland. I couldn't not. After he sent the defender to ground there, I had to try and go for a solo effort. If we weren't already 2-0 up, I might not have gone for it. Oh, just missing the Fulham man underneath the ball there. Lamarchand will get this out wide to Jean-Michel Seri again. In there, looking for Catrone, but picked off. Right, 20 minutes to go. Let's take Seri off because he's starting to flag. And we'll bring on Fernandez, and I'm actually going to throw Leao up top again and see if he can have another impact off the bench. Schürrle into Rafael Leao, back to Schürrle, inside to Anguissa. There's Jedson Fernandez, just hold off the man, nicely done. Let's go back to Jedson Fernandez, in there to Andre Schürrle, poke that through for Tom Cairney, could get another one here. Tom Cairney doesn't tend to score multiple goals in a game, but he's popped up with a second here, and our third, and that is most certainly game over. 5 minutes to go, the gap, 3-0. Corner for Fulham, stoppage time at the end of the second half. It's just headed up rather than anywhere in particular. And Jedson Fernandez will ping this, looking for Ryan Sessegnon, not find him, but that might be game over sooner rather than later. The final whistle will go and give us all 3 points in back-to-back games, which is what we set out as our target at the beginning of the episode. Win that header, please, Cyrus Christie. Well done. I'm just going to hack this because I'm hoping the referee will blow his final whistle, which He should do by the time Mbula finally catches up to the ball and starts to come forward with it. Come on, ref. That'll do. It's 3-0. Put Stoke out their misery. Up we go with a header. Okay, maybe not. Bozan could get the ball into the box. Are they going to deny me my clean sheet? Bruno Martins Indy's past me. The Marchand intercepts and we will clear. And now hopefully the final whistle will go. Come on, ref. It's 2 minutes. This has taken forever. You dare score and cost me my clean sheet. What a block from the defender. Threw himself at that, Le Marchand. Superb. That is outstanding defensive work from the Frenchman. Clearly, the team, as desperate as I am, to keep that clean sheet intact. Oof. And the goalkeeper at the near post also helping. This is like 8 minutes added on at the end of stoppage time. Varnier clears. Ref, do me a favour. Blow the... Thank you. Bloody hell, that took far longer than it should have done. I'll leave the full highlight in so you can see the full length of how long that 90th minute lasted, or 92 minutes lasted. 6 shots on target, 100% accuracy. 3 of the 6 went in. None of their 2 on target went in. 6 points. And we were almost in the top half with the previous game. I'm not sure whether we will be now or not. It's Arsenal next in the Carabao Cup. I'll rotate for that just like I did with Wolves in the previous round. I think the FA Cup I'm going to take more seriously than the Carabao Cup. Hopefully Arsenal, having played this weekend, won't put out a strong lineup either. No, that's fixtures, Ches. We'll have a quick look at the league table to see what it looks like currently, and then we'll have that final, or first squad report, sorry, of the season when it eventually loads. Thank you. We are up to 7th on 9 points. Manchester United can go second on 12, but we are still 4 points off the top. Very good start to the season, considering A, how last year went, and B, we had the worst defensive record in the league prior to that game. Not sure as we do now. Anyway, let's have a quick look then at the attributes of our players. Rossi, without being trained, is still continuing to grow. This is great news. You guys have really come through with Agustin Rossi. He's been superb. Bettinelli's up 1 as well. He's useless though. Cyrus Christie up 1, also continuing to grow without being trained. That's good news. Timothy Fosu-Mensah is starting to grow. Crucially, sprint speed's up 1 as well, as is stamina and jumping, which is good for his overall ability. He can play at CDM as well, really. 75 short passing, good in the tackle, of course. Dennis Odoi, unfortunately, transfer talks broke down, and his stats are starting to drop, which means eventually he will be worth less at the end of the season. Steven Sessegnon growing a little bit, but not too much. He's played 1 game for me now. Will probably play in the next one as well, actually, against Arsenal. Marco Varnier up 1 to 73, although, again, we are training him. Although I'm contemplating slowing down his training this season to train the young goalkeeper we brought in, the youth goalkeeper. Le Marchand up 1 to 80. Obviously, you saw his defensive prowess at the very end of that previous game against Stoke. Still says he's injury prone. Still yet to pick up an injury for me. He's up to 80 rated now. I think my only defender in the 80s. Tim Ream, still can't seem to get rid of him, so he's still here. Thomas Callas up 1 despite not playing. That's good news. Alfie Mawson up 1 despite minimal appearances. Actually, Thomas Callas did play in the Carabao Cup, didn't he? Yes. Jallo up 1 despite definitely not playing. Joe Bryan, no growth yet. Little bit of individual stat growth. Hopefully he'll improve further overall between now and the end of the season. Ryan Sessegnon, no growth for him physically, but technically we're still training his crossing, so hopefully his overall will go up sooner rather than later. I think if he was down as a left wing by default, he'd be closer to 80 rated, but currently he's down as a left back, not a left winger, and as such is only 75 rated. Of course, the reason he's a left back, not a left wing, is because they didn't update the squads before manually changing all of the transfers. Any growth from Anguissa? A little bit. Good news. He's been solid enough for me. Not amazing, but solid enough. Ibrahim Cisse up 1 as well. He's been, well, as good as he ever was. Tom Kearney, no growth from him, but 3 goals so far this season. Sorry, 4 goals. Oh, well, 3 in competitive play. A free kick at last, finally, scoring a free kick. And 2 in that game just against Stoke City, which is very good. Jean-Michel Seri, no growth from him, 27 years of age now. Johansson, no growth from him, 27 years of age now. Jedson Fernandez up 1, not training him, so good to see him continue to grow. He has grown of his own accord throughout the save as well, of course. Edun, out on loan at Barnet, still nothing for him. Torstein's up 1, trying to sell him on, no one bid for him. Schürrle, no improvement, no decline. 2 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League so far this season, though. Both goals coming in the game against Derby. Kate is up 1. Della Torre, sorry, not growing at all, out on loan at Wickham. Harrison Hill, no, a little bit of growth, and crucially to his physicals as well. That's good news. It's very rare, especially this early on, that a youngster actually grows physically, especially acceleration and sprint speed, so that's good news. Hopefully that's something that's slightly altered for FIFA 19. We hold out hope. Stephen Humphries is a player I don't want. He's on the transfer list. No one else wants him. Rafael Leao growing a little bit, which is good news. Obviously, I'm not training him. 1 goal in 3 competitive games. It was a bloody important goal as well against Huddersfield. Rui Fonte, not played for me yet this year. In competitive play, played 1 game pre-season. Came off the bench, I think. And no goals. Aite, again, played pre-season. No, sorry, played in the Carabao Cup and did all right. Cutrone, how many goals has he got so far? 2 in 5. 7 in 9. He had a great pre-season, although we as a team had a great pre-season. It's not been the best of starts to the competitive season, but growing really, really well. I'm not training Cutrone. He's up, or am I? No, I am training his finishing. I tell a lie. But he's up 3 to 76. Cabano up 1. He got a goal in the Carabao Cup as well. Only 26 years of age still, growing nicely. And who am I training out of interest off the top of my head? Sessignon, Cutrone, and Varnier. That's it. Okay. Whoa. Nope, I haven't saved it yet. Don't want to back out in case we lose our progress. And in the Youth Academy, we have Morgan Hughes. 56 rated. At 6'6". We will train the hell out of him. And hopefully he can become a decent backup goalkeeper. We can sell on Bettinelli. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. And tomorrow's one, we shall play Arsenal, Wolves, we've already played once this season already in the Cup, and Crystal Palace. But for now, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. And I'll see you next time.